Benvenuti e bentornati a Quelli del Bancone, fenomenologia di un pub, un podcast che guarda alle stelle. Io sono Nicola.
Io sono Elia.
Salute.
Verso l'infinito e oltre proprio.
Esatto.
Sta mano destra messa un po' così pericolosa.
Cominciando a salire, siamo tornati al bancone di sopra.
Sì, fa un
dove
caldo
tutto è
micidiale.
cominciato e stiamo sudando come dei maiali, ma l'occasione oggi era importante, andava un attimo presentata, perché qualche settimana fa noi, una sera tranquilla, siamo venuti qua a berci una cosa e abbiamo incontrato una persona, abbiamo cominciato a chiacchierarci e poi da lì...
Ci siamo detti, ma perché convinti che non ci avrebbe mai detto di sì, perché figurati, e invece gli abbiamo detto perché non viene a fare una puntata del podcast con noi, e lui ci ha detto fammi controllare l'agenda, allora vi lascio la mia mail, scrivetemi, e noi gli abbiamo scritto e lui ci ha detto ok ragazzi, giorno X, ora Y, venite che si fa l'intervista.
E quindi mentre tutti gli altri stavano grigliando a Ferragosto, noi siamo andati
all'hotel Principi di Piemonte
a trovare il nostro ospite, che a questo punto già possiamo presentare.
Direi di sì.
Si chiama Ike Barinholtz, qualcuno lo potrebbe aver visto nei film come Cattivi Vicini, come Suicide Squad,
esatto, Suicide Squad.
Adesso in questo momento qua è anche uscita una serie TV con lui tra i protagonisti, The Studio, e lui è candidato il prossimo 15 settembre agli Emmy Awards come miglior attore non protagonista, quindi dai, vediamo se portiamo bene.
Facciamo il tifo per te, Ike.
In questi giorni è a Torino a girare il nuovo film con Luca Guadagnino dal titolo Artificial, quindi appunto sulla storia di ChatGPT. Lui fa Elon Musk, quindi adesso senza ulteriori indugi vi mandiamo all'intervista che inizia fra, direi a questo punto potremmo dire Chuck, motore, azione. Ok, benvenuti e bentornati a una puntata speciale di Ferragosto, perché sì, alla domanda annosa Ferragosto, che cazzo fai a Ferragosto, noi ci siamo detti registriamo.
Registriamo, e non è che registriamo così a caso io e te e basta, registriamo con una grande personalità che adesso smettiamo di parlare in italiano and we start talking English.
Grande persona is very true. Grande persona. That's what he said. Yeah. We're going to get some beers, guys. Here we go.
Okay.
Come tradizione, ovviamente berremo una birra, anche se non siamo in
Normally, you guys said you do this in a pub.
Yeah.
So I want to make you feel as much as a pub as you can in a beautiful hotel.
And that's a very nice thing.
Because the pub doesn't open until 6.
It opens like at 6, I think. But the funny thing is that we met you in a pub. We spent like a whole season talking about all the pub culture and the things that can happen inside of a pub. And
yes.
One day, like out of nowhere, a friend of ours say, "Hey guys, there's the guy from neighborhood,
the neighbors
from neighbors is here." And so we check it out. And say, oh my god! And the funny thing is that we were doing like the reel while we were puking in the bathroom. So the first thing I did, it was, okay, so you're an actor. Can you check this scene? What do you think about it?
So, welcome, Ike, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you guys for having me, or for coming to me, meeting me halfway.
Most of all, we appreciate that, you think when you are a Hollywood star, you think, okay, they will not, come on.
He's going to be an asshole, maybe.
Come on. You're more an Hollywood star than we are.
That is true. I'll give you that one. Okay? That one I will give you, yes.
So, and you think, okay, he's not going to be a humble person, he's going to be a little bit picky, and you are the most fantastic person we ever met.
I'm easy. I've been telling him this for weeks, that I'm a nice guy. He says no. So I'm glad someone is saying it.
So the nice thing, the nice...
I mean, can you imagine, like, now you're doing this podcast and we are trying to cancel you in any way? Like, we're trying to make you say something really bad.
Bring it on.
Okay. I mean, so, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Thanks.
Oh yeah, cold beer, hot day.
Yeah, cold beer when it's hot like that. It's
best perfect thing in the world.
Anyway, we were saying that we met you at the pub where we usually go to and record our podcast, and I mean, there's like a common theme for you, like you're a pub guy, or aren't you?
I love a good pub. a beautiful pub that has a good draft beer. I think they had Murphy's at that pub. I wanted a Guinness, but they had a Murphy's because I wanted to split the G. You know, have you seen that? But instead, I split the P on the Murphy's, so it's a little bit different, but still kind of cool. I love a pub. I do like England a lot. I live in Los Angeles, but I live in England, and I have some family that lives there, and I'm obsessed with pub culture.
Okay.
I think it's the greatest thing in the world. I am obsessed with how you can go at like 5 o'clock and just start drinking beer, and there's like good food there, and it's just like it's a sense of community.
Yeah,
at a
that's
pub,
what,
you know what I
we were
mean?
saying
Yes,
in the
yes.
next in the previous episodes. So that was a choice. So you went there because you wanted a pub, you wanted to relax.
It's like a common thing for you, like after a shooting, you know. Like,
Yes.
okay.
I love to do what I love to do on a night where I don't have to work the next day. Is when I'm done shooting, go to the bar like that right there and get a nice cold martini.
Okay.
That is beautiful, and then get a little food. And then I believe it is good for you after you eat to drink beer. I think beer is good; it digests the food in your stomach. So I love at the end of the night having a couple beers, or in the case of the other night, 4. I woke up like this. Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that's the best night. That, you know, the day after you come, you wake up and you say, okay, how much did I drink? I don't remember.
I can't
That's
remember. Those are the
That's
best
the
days
sweetest
when you
thing,
can't
come on.
remember everything. He's got a real Javier Bardem thing going here.
Yeah.
Do people tell him that? You look like Javier Bardem. Do you ever get that?
No, that's the first time.
That's a good one, though.
Of course, I'm taking it. I'm very proud of it.
Try to say Lisan Al Gaib.
Lisan Al
Lisan Al
Gaib.
Gaib. Oh my God.
Lisan Al Gaib.
It's
It's me. Okay,
Hello.
I will call Villeneuve and tell me. Okay, if Javier is too expensive, you can call me.
Lisan Al Gaib.
He can be paid in beer, so
Yeah. Perfect.
in case Villeneuve, this guy.
Right there. He's available. Turin, available.
No, anyway, so you said that you now live in LA,
I live in LA.
but you're from Chicago.
From
and
Chicago.
Chicago is like a pub city.
Oh, big time.
Okay,
Big time.
Which is the best pub in Chicago? I mean, your favorite. I mean,
It's a no-brainer. It's called Old Town Ale House, and Chicago is more than any other city I've ever lived in. Is really all about neighborhoods. You know, and you'll be in one neighborhood, you'll walk 3 blocks, and it's like you'll walk to Pilsen, completely Mexican neighborhood. You'll walk to, you'll drive to Andersonville. You still got people speaking Swedish there. And Old Town is kind of where I went to high school. And there's a great old bar there called Old Town Ale House, and it's just like an old school Chicago dive bar. It's got like a jukebox that has great old blues musicians on there. They got great paintings on the wall and stuff. And because it's Chicago, they hate Trump in Chicago. So they used to, I don't know if they still have it, but they would have crazy pictures of Trump like in his underwear on the wall and stuff. But it's just a great place. And there's a very famous theater called the Second City, which I don't know if you've heard of. You know, Bill Murray and Mike Myers all came from there. And it's right across the street. So when I used to work at Second City, I was a waiter there, or a busboy. And after work, everyone would go to the ale house. I was going there when I was, in America, you have to be 21 to go to a bar. 21 years of age.
Yeah.
I was like 17, 18 going in there and just getting hammered, and it was the
Did you
best.
have your own like fake ID or?
I did have a fake ID, and it was a little a guy named Anthony Guerrero. So it looked like a little Mexican guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I just found it one day, and I mean,
of course.
But then after I became a regular, the great thing about a pub or a bar is when you're a regular, and then they know you, and then they stop.
You can skip the line. That's the best.
Never
the best feeling. The best
never
feeling.
VIP, baby.
We call it here in Italy. We call the Senate. We are senators. So
Senators.
Yeah.
Okay.
we are like
in Rome.
senators for life. For life. So you can just ditch us up.
You go there. You say hello to the barman, and then you have your beer, and that's it.
That's perfect.
You pay at the end, and
Perfect.
that's it. Yeah,
That's perfect.
And LA, what's this? The pub things.
There's some good pubs in LA. There's a great one called the Cat and the Fiddle, which is kind of a famous one. That's right on Sunset Boulevard that I used to go to a lot. There was an amazing one called the Village Idiot that was my friend owned, and it was the greatest pub. They had great burger there.
Great name.
Great name.
Great name.
Great
By
name.
the way, great name. Yes.
And unfortunately, that one closed down after many, many years. But LA is a little bit different. LA is, people don't drink as much in LA.
Oh.
Like LA, they're more kind of like, I'm just going to have like a gummy that has weed in it, and then I'll drink like a weed soda.
Okay.
You know
So
what I
it's
mean?
like more a cocktail bar city.
Well, there's definitely some great cocktail bars. That is definitely true. But I think people in LA too, just like they just don't drink as much as they do
Okay.
in Chicago or Torino or New York City. I think part of it is because you really are driving everywhere, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, of
like, what's
course.
the point of going and having, like, my mom would always go, have one drink. I'm like, one drink? What the fuck is that though? So
What can I do with one drink?
Nothing. I need 2, 3, and then we're cooking.
It might be maybe also the weather, because I mean it's always
Yes.
so. I mean, it's fun to go to a pub like in December, in January, when it's cold outside.
Yes.
You can stay inside. It's
Yes.
it's warm. And
Yes, very true.
I mean-
very true. Also, when you have cold weather, you need to put on that winter weight, that beer weight, you know, and so they just don't have that in LA. So it's not as much of a pub culture, but there are some great pubs. There's a couple. You know what they have in LA that's really, really cool is a Tonga bars. You know,
Okay.
Tonga, right? Tonga is like Polynesian.
Yeah.
Right.
The island.
Yeah.
The
Right.
island.
So if you go into the valley, they just kind of in the 50s, in the 60s, when Tonga and Polynesian culture started becoming big in America, you started getting these great little Tonga bars. So you'll go and they'll be like, they'll have your typical beers and stuff, but then they'll have some tropical drinks. They'll have like a Mai Tai. And I do love a Mai Tai and a Pina Colada. That is a very good drink.
Pina colada. Okay.
So you get different kinds of vibes in LA.
Also, I've seen that you've lived in Amsterdam for a while, and
I
Amsterdam is like a proper
Proper
European pub
yes,
city.
Yes. I worked next to a pub at my theater called Dan Murphy's that I used to go to constantly, and every city in Europe, I feel like, is pub because of football. You know, because where else are you going to watch football?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to watch it at a pub, and so yeah, Amsterdam is a definite great pub town. Great pub town.
I mean, in Northern Europe, yeah. In Italy, we said a lot of times that like Turin is kind of an exception, because in Turin, like every neighborhood has its own pub. So yeah, it was like you were saying
Chicago.
before in Chicago.
Yep.
I'm saying Chicago, you're saying Chicago, so it's
Both
like,
good.
Okay.
Torino.
You know, there's an old movie. It's played here in Torino. It's called Sunday's Woman.
Okay.
And there is two main characters. They are quarreling
Okay.
because one of them is saying Boston, like we say in Italy, and the other was at Boston. And so they are quarreling for this. And it's an old movie. And I was thinking about that when he was talking about Chicago. That, oh, my
I
God.
say my Chicago accent comes out when I say Chicago, and after I've had a few drinks. Because normally you can't tell. I have a very normal kind of standard accent, but after a few beers, I'll be like, "Oh, fuck that guy! He's a fucking jagoff. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about." You know what I mean? So it does kind of come out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean the accent from Chicago is. I said Chicago.
Yes. Right.
It's something like, I mean, we watch a lot of like the movies and TV shows from the US, but I mean, an accent like, you know, the southern one. I mean, yesterday we were talking with a guy at the pub about True Detective, the first season, and when you hear like Matthew McConaughey,
Texas, they got that down. That Texas
and Florida and Alabama, so
They all
it's
got-
very.
They love that southern accents, and there's different. There's Texas, which is kind of more just like long and drawn out. But you got like Arkansas, Alabama, which is kind of more like how y'all doing? Yeah, well, you know, like so. So there's definite levels within the South, and then Florida is just the Florida accent is just.
but like accent like New York. I mean, for me, New York accent is just Italian, and you know,
It really is.
What you doing?
Even
Like,
if it doesn't matter. You could be like a Dominican guy living in New York, and you're still like, don't break my fucking balls. You know, everyone talks like they're in The Sopranos.
and what's the characteristic of the Chicago accent? Because I mean, just to educate us about it.
Chicago accent, you're gonna do it. It's very flat because it's the Midwest, so it's very flat. You're gonna say instead of th, sometimes you just make it a d. Instead of the Bears, you'll say the Bears. Yeah, we're gonna go down and watch the Bears game tomorrow, and then maybe we'll stop at Emilio's and get a deep dish pizza. So it's just a lot of like it's hard to explain because it's just like very, very, very flat, a little bit nasally sometimes,
Okay.
and you just hit consonants a little differently sometimes. You know, it's
Okay.
very mid. It's the jewel of the Midwest accent, I would say.
Oh, okay. I think I will never get.
No. I think it's a bit difficult.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I've seen people,
I
actors,
can try
crash and burn.
to fake the Italian, the Alabama accent, or
Right.
It's more easy, more characteristic. I don't think I can try to do this.
Give it a shot. Say Lisan Al Gaib.
And that's okay. You can say
Villeneuve-
Lisan Al Gaib before.
Villeneuve is watching because
I know. I will come back home and will tell in my head, okay, Lisan Al Gaib, Lisan Al Gaib, Lisan Al Gaib.
Plus it's also Spanish, so you can just
See,
try
of
and
course.
It is.
put
Yes.
a
Very
bit
true.
of Spanish.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. Very similar. Italian accents, though, are the most beautiful. It's the
No,
music.
I mean-
You guys have the music when you talk.
What about working here in Italy? How's your
Mm.
experience?
I love it so much. I've come to Italy many times in my life, but I've never been this far north. I've done Roma, Firenze, Napoli, Tuscany, Amalfi Coast, around there. But I've never been up north, and I've never worked here before, and I love it so much. I love it. I mean, I think first of all, Italians have a true love and deep connection with cinema and with movies, and there's an understanding of how crews work here. Sometimes you go to some other places, they don't know it as well, but here they understand like how the chain of command works on a set, and they love film and they love TV and stuff. And they're just wonderful. I mean, listen, it's a little hot right now.
Yeah.
Would love to come back in maybe November, December. But we're also doing this movie with Luca Guadagnino, who is just one of the most
Guadagnino.
Guadagnino.
Guadagni.
Guadagni.
Ni.
Okay, Luca, it's okay. It's
Luca.
It's Luca.
Wait, hold on. I always say Guadagnino.
Kinda.
Okay,
I'll take that.
call him only Luca. It will be okay.
I'll call him by your name. How about that? Boom, bing bong,
Whoa.
bing bong. But he really is a very special guy, and he's very, very beloved in America. He's one of the few directors that people are like, I don't care what movie he's doing, I'll go do it. And he's worked with a lot of this crew for a long time. Almost the producer, and Fernanda is the makeup artist, and Massimo is the hairstylist, and these have been his friends for now 20 plus years. They've been making movies in Italy, so
The crew is
wonderful.
mostly Italian.
The crew is 90% Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, our cinematographer is a guy named Malik from New York City, and some of his team, and then a few other random people. But for the most part, it's Italiano.
And also, I mean, since we were talking, we're not going to talk, in depth about the movie you're doing right now.
Only because we're still shooting. That's bad luck.
It's no problem.
The fact is, your role is Elon Musk.
Have you guys heard of him before? Do they know him in Italy, Elon
I
Musk?
mean, the follow-up question is, how do you feel to be in Italy with an Italian director playing like
South African man.
No, the fact is, you're in Italy, so we might say there's a lot of good in Italy. We have to take also the bad. We got the OG fascism with Mussolini.
Yes,
So
yes.
there's
You
the
guys created it.
there's the OG fascism that no one asked about it, which is Mussolini. The German sequel that
German
no
sequel.
one asked about it.
Yes.
The
Now we have the
American
third sequel,
remake,
the
and now
remake,
you're the
yes.
spin-off of the American remake.
Yes, that is very well said.
How does it work to play like the
Parody.
Huh?
Like a parody.
Like-
I don't think, I know.
almost like there's like the risk to become a bit of a parody, doing like a shitty guy like.
That's the challenge, I used to be on a comedy show in America called Mad TV, which you ever heard of Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course.
It's like a sketch comedy show, but not as popular. And if I was on Mad TV and I was playing Elon Musk, it would be like a cartoon. Like oh my god, like hello, but like that doesn't work.
Also the guy called one of his son like my car's plate. So it's hard not to go into. We got this year in Italy. They made a great show about Mussolini.
I think I've been watching clips of it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Very good.
M
very
Son of
good.
Century, and there was some critics the people that say, I mean, Luca Marelli, which is the actor that plays
he played
Mussolini, Marinelli,
Marinelli.
plays Benito Mussolini, and some people said, I mean, sometimes is kind of like a parody, kind of like a caricature of the guy.
Yes,
But
he
again,
was,
if
he
you
was
watch,
a character, like if you watch clips of him, he was,
I mean, yeah,
he was very like Trump. Trump's a character, like very tough to play Trump now because he's such a big cartoonish character that if you play him in a real movie now, it often doesn't work. There was a movie that came out last year
The
about him
Apprentice,
as phenomenal, and they did a great job, but they were playing him back in the 80s, 70s and 80s. So you're not playing him now, which is, it's a crazy person.
I mean, I also like what they did in South Park now that they are doing this new season.
Yes.
And they decided that all the mannerism about Trump, so come on,
It's
fake
fine. What are we gonna do?
They're just
Very good.
they're just doing like what they did with Saddam Hussein again.
Yeah.
And that's a great idea because I mean, I don't want to kind of like look like a parody.
Right.
I want to just put on focus that which asshole he is.
Also, I mean, I can think of a couple similarities between Trump and Saddam. They like golden palaces.
But that's for sure.
They have sons who are assholes.
So, by the way, your
Senti, te lo puoi tenere un attimo?
sì, there's a problem. So, what's the main difference?
These are both yours.
I think that's one. So, what's the main difference between shooting in I don't know, U States or Britain? I think it could be different, but with a lot of similarities. And
I think here it's you don't stop as much here. You kind of keep shooting. You just kind of keep shooting. They do what they call French hours, which is normally in America, you get to, after 5 hours of shooting, you take an hour break, which is nice sometimes, but also like very like you eat a plate of food and then you sit down and then you get tired. Okay. And then it's like you maybe fall asleep for 10 minutes and then you wake up and then you're like, oh, what the fuck am I? So here they're just kind of like, let's just keep going. So that way you go home earlier. They don't have as much food on the set. They don't like in America. There's just a giant. They literally have a craft service table that is just any kind of food that's out there, and that can be nice, but it can also be dangerous because you finish a scene and you walk over and you grab a bowl of peanut M&Ms. So so there's that. But then also too, I think just I mean, I think people here, there's just a very deep love for it. You know what I mean? Like everyone, I mean, it's similar, I guess, to anywhere else. Anyone who's working on a movie is doing it
with passion, of course.
Yeah, but Italians have more passion than most people. I think everyone knows this. You guys are the most passionate
So
people.
they say. So they say.
I didn't say it. They said it.
They say. And if I may ask you, who's a co-star that you would like to bring to a pub?
Oh, that's very good. Well, I went there, and maybe see in the shot down there. That guy was with me the other night. That's Will Price and Cooper Hoffman. Those are the two guys I think who would be very fun. Chris O'Dowd, who is a great Irish actor. He's an Irishman, so he belongs in a pub. But you know who loves pubs is the star of the movie is Yura Borisov, who I don't know if you saw the movie Honora.
Yeah, great
he
movie.
was the star of Honora, and he loves a pub. He says to me, he's like, I wish there were darts. I cannot find any darts here in Turin. I want to go and play bar games.
I mean,
but he loves. Do you guys know any bars?
I mean, at the pub where
they have a dartboard?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bring Yura there when I come back because that would make him very happy. And he's also Russian, and every once in a while I like to have a drink.
I mean, they know their shit about it. So
light drink. A glass of wine on a holiday. That's it.
I mean, now I'm going to do something really Italian, which is like really provincial in some way. I mean, you played a lot with Seth Rogen.
Yes.
Which is like every time is on screen, and a lot of time. I mean, everybody knows that he's like he likes to smoke. How is he like? How is he in a pub? Like,
how is he in a pub?
Is a good is a good drink or is something like that?
He's like me. You know what his favorite drink is an Aperol Spritz. He would be very happy.
Ooh.
He loves Aperol spritzes. I remember one day we were shooting, and at lunchtime he came into his dressing room and opened his fridge, and it had little pre-made bottles of Aperol spritz in there. He's like, "What an Aperol spritz!" I was like, "Jesus, he loves that." So he'd be great in a pub.
Say that.
I know it's crazy. It's a very kind of fancy girly drink, and I love them too. But he's just he loves his Aperol spritz.
I mean,
he loves the pub.
It's great that you mentioned the Aperol spritz because, like in the first episode, we say we put a bun on Aperol spritz at a pub. It's not the place. It's
cannot ask.
It's you know.
Go to the piazza. Go to the piazza. Go to a cafe in the piazza. They're everywhere.
That's
literally everywhere.
That's
a
what we
pub.
were saying.
I will say this: a pub. A pub should serve you what you want, but it's really for beer and the occasional shot.
Yeah, of course.
That's
some good whiskey or
shot of whiskey and beer. Perfect.
It's too bright. The Aperol spritz is too bright.
And you also pubs are dark and kind of cavernous. And Aperol spritz is outside in the piazza, and there's a violin player playing. That's an Aperol spritz.
Okay. Now, if you're okay with it, we have a little game for you called "Do You Have Range?"
This is where the world finds out.
So
I don't have range.
The fact is, in this moment in Naples, there's a famous Italian soap opera, and for the next month they're going to have, like in every episode, Whoopi Goldberg acting maybe in Italian.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So
that.
we want to see if you can do the same. So we are going to give you some lines from some Italian classics, both in comedy and drama, and let's see if you have enough range to play in Italy.
And remember, Javier Bardem is watching.
He's watching. Lisan Al Gaib is watching.
Okay, let's start from comedy. This came from Boris. Boris is like an Italian version of the studio.
Got it.
It's like a cult show about this TV show. I mean, this crew was doing is doing a TV show, a shitty TV show.
Okay.
And this is the line. It's very famous. I'm going to read to you. Questo conte ammazza, questo conte stupra e fa stuprare. E poi c'ha questa fissazione per questo pacchetto azionario. Ma che cos'è un pacchetto azionario? È fisicamente un pacchetto o no?
Got it.
And action.
Questo canti ammazza, questo canti stupra il fu stupare. E poi c'ha questa fissazione per questo pacchetto anziano. Ma che cos'è un pacchetto anziano? Fisicamente un pacchetto o no?
Can I say? Good.
Okay.
Because
Come on.
okay.
It was
Now-
perfect.
I think we can give you some.
Give me an adjustment.
Okay, you are an actor of this fake TV show,
Got it.
and you're a psychopath. You're violent, but a couple of days ago you seen Jesus on the highway, so you change your life. You're still violent. You're still psychotic, but with joy, with the joy of Christ.
Gotcha.
And you don't want to play.
This is perfect on this day today.
And you don't want to play this Conte character because is the villain of the show.
Got it.
And you're talking with your new manager, which is a priest, is linked with mafia,
Okay.
and he's crazy.
It's a good
And
show. I gotta
so
watch this
you're
show.
going to have a tantrum.
Got you.
And action.
Questo cante ammazza, questo cante stupra e fa stupare. E poi c'è questa fisione per questo pacchetto asinario. Ma che cos'è un pacchetto asinario? E fisicamente un pacchetto o no?
I like it. I like it very
So
much.
did I get
Yeah.
the part or
Yeah,
not?
of course you get
Yeah.
the part.
We had
Boom.
we had
And
also
I don't have to pay my American manager or agents. I booked this on my own in a foreign country.
Yeah.
we also had like some props, like a baseball bat, but I think it's
It
not
would,
it's
it
not
would
the place.
knock
It's
over
not
the
the place. I mean,
drinks. Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
I don't want to leave like some money in this place. I mean, okay.
Well, I'm touched. Like seeing this, to see this scene played like this.
It's totally different than the way the guy did it, and I know that because he knew more what it was about.
I mean, he shouts a little bit more, maybe, but
Yeah, see,
it's
again,
the
you
only-
don't
I mean,
want
you
to,
can
yeah.
shout.
Yeah.
Okay, we go with you go with the drama.
The drama now.
You want me to go with the drama?
This man is a dramatic actor. by the
Yeah,
way. This man knows.
I'm
what to do.
Javier Bardem, so I know I
Javier, you got the Javier very
Javier.
well. Yeah.
I know how it works. So We were talking before about Gattopardo.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of the greatest
Burt
Italian movies
Lancaster.
by Luchino Visconti, Burt Lancaster, Alain Delon. These quotes is said from Burt Lancaster, and it's like a noble in Sicily in the half of the 19th century.
Okay.
And then
during the unification.
yes,
of Italy.
during the unification in
Okay,
Italy,
so this is
he's talking-
1880s
yeah,
ish.
yeah,
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
talking with kind of a politician. He's a nobleman. He's talking with a
Not
politician.
Vittorio Emanuele.
No. He's talking with a politician from Torino,
Okay.
and he says that line: "Noi fummo i gattopardi, i leoni. Chi ci sostituirà saranno gli sciacalli, le iene, e tutti quanti, gattopardi, leoni, sciacalli e pecore, continueremo a crederci il sale della terra."
Got it. Noi fummo i gattopardi, i leoni. Chi ci sostituirà saranno gli schiavi, le iene, e tutti quanti gattopardi, leoni, schiali, pecore. Continueremo a crederci il sale della terra. Pecore, sheep?
Yeah.
Pecorino.
He's saying we were the lions, the leopard of this time,
Okay, yes.
and after
Okay,
us there will
cool.
come the hyenas, the jackals, and
The wild
and
animals.
the wild
gonna come,
animals, and
yes.
in the future, lions, hyenas, jackals, and sheep. We will still believe that we are the salt of the earth. That's the quote.
Very good. Very good.
Like you feel like your time is going, so it's like with melancholy
melancholy. Yeah. Let me try it again. I got you. Melancholy.
and
Perfect.
action.
Noi fummo i gattopardi, i leoni. Chi si sotterreranno gli scalini, le iene, e tutti quanti gattopardi, leoni, schiacali e pecore. Continuiamo a crederci il sale della terra. I need a minute, guys. I need a minute here. Really, yeah.
Too touching.
I mean,
I'm back.
I know you came from comedy, but
I think I'm ready to
am
start.
I suggesting
Gatto
maybe
Party do it?
Yeah, think about it. If Luca Guadagnino is going to do someday the Gattopardo,
If Burt Lancaster,
about-
who is an American man just like me, can do it, I don't see a reason why.
yeah,
And don't tell me he's going to cast Colin Farrell or someone else.
No. I want
this
Ike
fucking
for
part.
this role.
I want this part.
We are gonna write a letter to Luca, and if you're gonna do the Gattopardo, Ike is our Principe di Salina.
Done.
That's it.
or maybe I don't know if you're still in good relation with Scorsese after you made him cry like an asshole.
He's a little mad at me,
But I
I'll
mean,
have to get over it.
at this point, I think the guy have seen the Gattopardo, so
He definitely has seen the Gattopardo. It was very nerve-wracking working with him. I was very nervous because he's my favorite of all time. He's the funniest guy. And he said to me at one point, because the studio, it's all one take camera. And I said to him, I go, how do you like how we're shooting this? He goes, I love it. I love it. It's like French New Wave. They only had one camera. That's why they did it. They just had one camera. So, and then that's just kind of how they came up with French New Wave. And I was like, and I think your favorite French movie is 400 Blows? He goes, I don't know. It always changes. I think these days it's Jules at Jim. I remember seeing Jules at Jim in the movie theater. And I said, if I could just make an entire movie that was the first 20 minutes of Jules at Jim. And then I made Goodfellas. And I was like,
I mean, it might be nerve-wracking to. I think it might be nerve-wracking to have a conversation with a guy like Scorsese about me, because you feel like, okay, if he says something that I don't know, what the fuck? I mean,
I'll tell you what I would do.
Am I going to fake it? Okay.
Lie. Oh, yes, I've seen that movie. I love it. Of course I've seen it. I'm not a moron. I'm cool, Bertie.
In the next 5 minutes, what the fuck he was talking about?
I just have to go to the bathroom. It's the Wi-Fi password.
But I mean, there's the chance that he goes full teacher, okay, so what's the best the best thing you liked about this movie? Like, listen,
Cinematography.
I mean,
The lighting and the acting is, oh my God, incredible.
I was going with something like, I don't know, the cat ate the movie, so I was watching. I'm not
Yeah,
shooting.
I was watching, but I had an upset stomach while I was watching it, so I kept leaving to go to the bathroom. I might have missed that part.
Yeah.
Just always
The
lie.
house exploded. I mean,
In LA, you learn how to lie. I loved your movie. It was great. It was so good.
and no, anyway, must be like nerve-wracking to like direct someone like. I mean, you also got 1 hour and stuff like. How does it work? I mean,
Well, the great thing with that is that normally when you get it, I got an extra. We got 10 minutes.
No.
When you're working with those guys, normally if you're going to talk to Ron Howard or you're going to talk to Martin Scorsese, that means you're acting in one of their movies, which means that they are over there with the producers and maybe you talk to them for a few minutes. But when they're acting with you as actors, they're just another guy in a van. So you could talk to them and you have free time. And so I would say to, Ron Howard, I was like, tell me a great American graffiti story. And he's like, oh, Harrison Ford used to bully me a lot. So just to have those guys around on my level, normally you're just working for them, but just on the movie set, everyone's equal. Well, not everyone, but it really is. It was just a joy, really, really a joy to talk to those guys.
okay. I got one last question, then we're going to free you. I mean, come on.
You can have 2 last questions, 3,
Okay.
whatever you want.
Okay, so you said before that it's the first time for you in northern Italy, and
Yes.
so it's the first time for you in Turin, which is not really in the in the mainstream tour of Italy, because I mean you said like Florence, Rome, Venice,
Milano, Torino is
Amalfi.
like yeah, it's like people don't think of it as much as, but because it was a capital and it has beautiful infrastructure and it's not as crowded and you have incredible museums and amazing food. I think, as you were saying earlier, like it's going to start to become more and more of a tourist thing, especially as the south gets hotter and hotter. People will want to come up and get a little bit cooler. Not in August,
Yeah.
but I do think Torino
But
is.
there's like a thing in Turin that you found out about. It might be food, a place, and you said, you know what, I'm going to say this is my Italian thing now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have in Italian restaurants in America. If you go to like a nicer Italian restaurant, you see vitello tonnato on a menu, and you're like,
No.
veal with tuna? Like what is wrong? No, and I have eaten it every night I've been here. Now, 2 things: I love it, but it's also killing me. But I will say the food. It's completely different than Central or Southern Italian food. I love the plin and the tagliarine and vitello tonnato and the what's the chocolate
Bicerino.
Bicerino. Like it's amazing. The food it's so different, and it's a little bit kind of cleaner, a little bit more refined,
a little more. That's like more classy, if you want.
It was, because like Southern food, and I love Southern Italian.
Yeah,
Don't
of
get me
course.
wrong, but it's like a big plate of pasta. And here, I went to an amazing place called Razzo the other night. Razzo off Via Cavour, and they brought me out. Like I ordered the agnolotti, the plin, and it was 3 different kinds, and it was only like 6 or 7 pieces, but it was so beautiful on the plate, and each bite was just like, oh, it's like a different type of meat inside of it. Oh my god, the food is amazing. But I went to the Cinema Museum at the Mole Antonelli. It's incredible. Like I spent like 4 hours. I was like a little kid in an ice cream store. I was just like, and then there's a great James Cameron exhibit there. I don't know if you've seen it. Incredible. Yeah. And I also like spent a long time in the Egyptian Museum too, because it's stunning. But just to walk around and be able to go through a town like this, which is not a small town. It's like I call it like a little big city because it's very big, but ultimately in the scope of things, it's not. So just to be able to walk and go and get a Negroni and a Piazza and then go eat some great food. And it's just beautiful. Every morning I wake up and I open my windows and I have a cup of coffee and just listen to the city waking up. It's beautiful.
I mean, earlier you said to us that you went to this place that make sandwiches. We won't say the name because you want the name fucking paid.
Well, how will they know?
We're going to,
We are going there
okay.
and say, okay,
with baseball bats.
So good. That place, by the way, it was so good.
Also, like before this interview, I've seen like a couple of interviews you did, and like on Rolling Stones, on Kimmel, and I've seen that you talk a lot about the Italian sandwiches. Like everybody
I love
asks you
Italian.
about Italian. So,
Yes.
is your Italian sandwich that good?
I make different ones. First of all, it's not as good as the sandwich I had today at the place. That,
Okay.
if you want a name, but
Goodfellas style.
There's two basic. There's a lot of different ways you can go with an Italian sandwich. You can go kind of your conventional Italian submarine type of way, which is you get like capicola and mortadella and all the smoked meats and cheeses and a cold sandwich. That's a very nice one. But for me, I love if you can get sausage, like salsica, and like cavolo nero. And kind of cook the cavolo nero down so it's braised with pecorino and chili peppers and garlic with the sausage on like a big bun. That is one of the greatest sandwiches I make. It's a real beauty.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's real nice.
That's a nice recipe.
Yeah. I'll give it to you guys. We'll post the link right here.
Right there.
And the next one at this point is going to be with vitello tonnato.
Is what?
The next one you're going to do.
Sandwich with vitello tonnato.
That is such a brilliant idea because first of all, the way they do it here, I mean, you guys know, but it's just to have that meat so thinly sliced and just that tuna mayonnaise is so like funky. A vitello tonnato sandwich. My goal is to make vitello tonnato catch on in America.
I mean, it's just mayo, anchovies,
Tuna.
and
Lemon. There's definitely lemon in there.
Lemon,
capers.
a little capers, and I think a little bit of vinaigrette. I think
Yes,
a little
some
bit.
vinegar
tiny
for
bit.
sure. Yes.
Then you go like this.
Boom.
So
So good though.
So you have to try. Your next sandwich will be
Vitello
probably
tonnato.
the best sandwich.
And I'm going to
of
take
your
a
life.
picture and send it to you guys, and we'll post it.
We will
I'll post the link for it right here.
right there.
We won't say the name of the actor that did the vitello tonnato sandwich unless he pay.
Boom.
Yeah, of course. Okay, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, honor.
Ragazzi.
If I may say honor, because it's not it's not every day that you meet someone who's doing such a wonderful job and is so patient, so humble, and say, "Come on, have a chat. It will be my pleasure." So for me, it's an honor.
You
really.
guys, the honor's mine. It was a pleasure meeting you, and let's go back to the pub and have some cold
And
draft
play
beers.
the Russian guy.
We need to get Yura to the darts because
Yeah,
he will
of
be
course.
so happy.
Of course,
Awesome.
And we are there every Friday, so
Perfecto.
Ok, noi invece ai nostri ascoltatori diamo appuntamento per la prossima volta che sarà, vediamo.
Quando ci abbiamo voglia. Ci dobbiamo riprendere we have to recover from this interview because it was so perfect.
And remember, coming soon to theaters, Il Gattopardo 2, starring me.
Yeah. The Revenge of Don Fabrizio.
The Revenge of Gattopardi. Grazie, ragazzi.